try your case directly to the judge who is presiding over your case. You have the right to be presumed innocent of the charges against you. The burden is solely upon the state of Ohio to convince a jury or the court of each element of an offense beyond a reasonable doubt before you can be found guilty. At trial, you have the right to question any witness who testifies against you. You have the right to proceed to trial and not testify. That is your right. And if you proceed to trial and do not take the stand, there could be no comment on your silence. Your silence could not be used against you. You have the right to use the court's subpoena power to order the appearance and testimony of defense witnesses. And you have the right to counsel. Today, if you're unable to provide counsel on your own, we will provide counsel for you at no cost to you. There's a processing fee as well, and if you can't pay for that, no problem. Counsel will still be provided for you. Ladies and gentlemen, you're here today not for the trial of your case, but for an arraignment which includes the setting of a bond. When your name is called, please approach the podium. You'll be asked if you've received your indictment within 24 hours. You have the right to wait 24 hours before you have to answer to an indictment, but if you just received your indictment today and you'd like to waive that 24-hour notice requirement, we can proceed with your arraignment. You'll be asked how you plead. At this stage of the proceedings, typically a plea of not guilty is entered. Your case will be assigned to a judge of this court for further proceedings according to law. Counsel will be provided for you at no cost to you if you're unable to provide counsel. If you're going forward by way of information, you'll be asked if you've knowingly given up the right to have your case presented to a grand jury to determine if there's probable cause for you to be charged. Your counsel will place on the record if you're waiving time and if you're knowingly and willingly waiving your rights. Similarly to an indictment with an information, you will be asked how you plead. A not guilty plea is typically entered and your case will be assigned to another judge of this court for further proceedings. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been charged with a crime of violence or any drug offense in the state of Ohio, that places you under a disability, and because of that disability, you cannot knowingly have, carry, or use a firearm or dangerous ordinance until the conclusion of your case, even if you have a CCW permit, which would have been suspended upon your indictment. If you're over 18 and have not provided a DNA specimen since 2011, you may be required to do so within 24 hours. Is there anyone who does not wish to, is there anyone who does wish to come over to court, Officer Reeves?
We're all set here, Your Honor.
Thank you so much. We can proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear that you're on court supervised release, it's like being on probation while your case is pending. You'll have to report to a supervising officer. You may be subject to drug screens. If you hear about a no contact order, it means you may not have any contact with a person or any place or property that's named as the subject of any offense. Thank you.
Starting the courtroom, 679-603A, Paul Scott.
Do I have any cases from Amy? Good morning, how are you? Nice to see you.
Doing great, you as well. For the record, Eric Levy standing in for Judge Schlockett on behalf of Mr. Scott. Have the indictment in excess of 24 hours, waive reading, enter a plea of not guilty, ask the original bond.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Evans, Sean Moore for the public defender, we would enter a not guilty plea, acknowledge receipt of the indictment, waive reading of it, and any defects in time or service. We would ask that private counsel be appointed to represent Mr. Evans and that the court order a reasonable bond.
Thank you. Mr. Mackin.
Yes, Your Honor. The family member of the victim's family is here and would like to speak.
Thank you very much. Good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Sorry to meet you under these circumstances. Would you kindly place your name on the record?
My name is Sheila Wallace. I'm the victim's daughter.
Good morning, Ms. Wallace.
Good morning. I'd like to recommend the maximum amount of bond required because I feel that Mr. Evans is a danger to society, and I feel that this person was taken from us and ruined our lives. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Your Honor, the bond of $1 million cash surety property for the safety of the family and safety.
Thank you. Anything further?
I would just add that I believe a bond that high is effectively a no bond and would not be necessary to get Mr. Evans to court or to make sure everyone is safe. There would be other non-financial considerations and the lower bond could accomplish.
Thank you. Inasmuch as this is being assigned to the docket of Judge Nancy Margaret Russo, those issues which are immediately appealable could be taken up with her. I'm going to follow the recommendation of the bond commissioner. The bond is $1 million, cash surety property. Judge Russo requires court supervised release. There's a no contact order with any family member of any named victim. There is a pretrial that will be set. You'll be notified by the bailiff for Judge Russo. Counsel is Nancy Jameson and Michael Goldberg. Thank you. Have a nice day. Sure thing. Have a nice day.